Hello, fellow peasants. Tonight I'll be reviewing 2022's Talk to Me. Alright, guys, so I finally got around to watching Talk to Me. This came out in 2022. What's it about? It's a group of friends in high school who play around with this hand. It was supposedly the hand of a Satanist, a hand of a medium or psychic or whatever. And it's basically a hand version of a Ouija board. Supposedly there's an actual hand inside of it that's inside this encasing or whatever. They say, well, that's the rumor, is that there's an actual human hand inside of this molding or whatever. And they play with it, and you hold hands with it and say, I let you in, and then you like, it takes over your body temporarily while you're holding hands with it. And it's creepy. It's like I said, it's basically like a hand. It's like if a Ouija board was in the form of a hand or something. It's connecting with the dead, getting answers, and X, Y, and Z. I'm doing the review from my couch. This is a precursor to what I don't like. But I'm sitting on the couch because I didn't like this movie enough to take the time to get off the couch to put this phone on a tripod and film this review. So I'm just sitting on the couch. What did I like about Talk to Me? There were a few moments of suspense, a few moments here and there, not a lot, not many, maybe one or two. I liked some of the drama, actually more, like the relationship between the mom and the main character, and how she was kind of like not trusting of her with her kids. And, because she's kind of like, you're going to end up taking them to a party, or you're violent, or you hurt my son, or you know what I mean? So like, when there's a scene in the film where somebody gets critically injured and they have to go to the hospital. Well, that kid's mother who gets injured, flips out and loses it on their friend who she doesn't trust really. And so that drama, surprisingly, is like some of the most, that inner circle relationship drama is actually more interesting than the horror in this. The horror aspects in this are not the most interesting. It's kind of like the drama is a little more interesting, the relationship stuff. And I liked the ending. The very end. Like the very end. I'm not going to spoil it. Well, I will. I will spoil it. So you got 5 seconds to leave the review and go watch this if you haven't seen it before I spoil it. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spoilers incoming. So, at the end of the film, you think, because she's violent and she's killed her father and everything else, that the main character is going to push the kid who's critically injured off into the highway in his wheelchair. Like, he's in a wheelchair. She steals him from the hospital, wheels him out of the hospital, and she's going to wheel him out into traffic and kill him. But then she ends up just trying to kill herself. She has some moment of clarity and she tries to kill herself instead because she thinks she realizes she's the problem. And the car hits her and she gets up and she's moseying around hospital rooms and this and that. And you think, oh, she survived the car accident, But then all of a sudden it's dark. She's holding somebody's hand. And then it snaps to, and it's somebody else on the other side holding her hand. and they say to her, "I let you in." So she did die. She did die, and now she's on the receiving. She's on the opposite side. See, she was the one grabbing the hand. She was the one grabbing the hand at the beginning of the film, playing around with it. Now she's the dead person on the other end communicating. So that was actually a really interesting ending that I was not anticipating with this film. That was actually a good ending. But everything else, man, I just for the most part, I couldn't give a shit about the characters. They didn't seem believable. They weren't likable. And right off the bat, the main character, piece of shit, sees the baby kangaroo crying in the middle of the road and decides, instead of calling animal services or something like that, or even picking it up and taking it to a vet clinic or something, she just drives around it. She's like, it's going to die anyway. So as soon as she did that, I thought, she's a piece of shit. Whatever happens to her in this film, I really don't care what happens to her in this film. So automatically right there, the stakes were lowered, because anytime you don't care about the main character and if they live or die because they're a piece of shit, hard to enjoy the film after that, because you don't feel that sense of danger or you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I and it has that. This is one of those, weapons, barbarian, whatever you want to call it. I call it the Netflix original look, it's just too slick looking. It's too slick looking. There's just something about the acting. There's something about, I just don't like movies really that look this way and feel this way and have the overly, like, the sound design in these types of films just seems so overdone and cartoony and like a little too try hard, I don't know. This is a very mainstream horror flick. This is a popcorn horror flick. This is, the ending, the last 10 to 15 seconds of this film were smarter and more intelligent than anything else in the film. I think it was genius to have the ending where she's on the reverse side of things. But yeah, I've had a lot of people, not here on the channel, not viewers requesting this, but just, people I know have requested I watch this, and they've said it's good, but I don't like it. I think it sucks. So, yeah, that's my thoughts of Talk to Me. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if you agree with me. I think this is just modern slop. It could have been good. It's a decent, not that it hasn't been done before. I mean, people have made Ouija board movies and seance movies, but it could have been good. But that's every movie. Every movie could have been good. If you have a decent concept in general, every movie could be good, but they fucked it up. So, all right. Have a good one, peasants. Peace out. Bye-bye.